going to talk about a U problem, and we're going to talk about shotgun cards. A U problem. Now, you might think that's a problem that you have, or, individual people have. A U problem, when I say that's a U problem, that's a problem that 99.9% of us don't have, and only you have. That's like the dumbass that pulls up in his car, that takes regular gasoline, and he has to go through a bunch of hoops in order to fuck this up. But he pulls up on the green nozzle, which he's never put in his car before. That's diesel. The green nozzle, which has a big, huge spout, so not only have you not used the green color handle before, you also can't get it in the fucking hole because the nozzle is bigger. Yet you stand there and you hold the whole little flapper valve open and you let the gas guzzle in, and it takes literally 20 minutes to put a couple gallons of gas in while it's going all over you. That's a you problem. You had to go through a lot of shit. You're the only one having this problem. And I equate that almost to people who buy things from us and they complain about something that literally thousands of other people are not complaining about. And I know you guys ask about this all the time on live feed. Shotgun cards. I haven't heard any good shotgun card rants. I don't really have any rants. I just feel we are so busy, and I am so focused on doing shit that gets stuff done and helping our customers and getting product to the customers. I don't have time to fuck around with the guys with the U problems. And that's really what this is. And here's one. I'll go ahead and read it to you. And this started a couple of days ago. And it's always a telltale when the guy immediately emails you, which he did. This man's name is Hussein. We'll just call him, we don't need to put his last name in here. He is Hussein from Malden, Massachusetts. And he has ordered a 6-round shotgun card. He ordered it in the evening, and he immediately emails me and says, hey, how come I didn't get the $5 discount? Well, the $5 discount is an automated app that we have on our shopping cart that adds on to it. And what it does is it pops up a window for you when you're ordering that says, hey, share that you have ordered from Special Operations Equipment and share what item you ordered, and the system will refund you $5 after the fact. And I'm pretty sure every time I've run through it on my own, I've actually bought stuff from our company to see how these apps work, usually because we get some dude making such a fuss over it, like this guy. So he emails me, how come I didn't get the $5 discount? Well, it's not a $5 discount. It charges you the $20 for the shotgun card, or whatever his total order was. His total order was $20 and then $9 shipping. And $9 shipping does seem a little high, but that's what it cost us to ship that, because we only ship priority mail. Now, you could order 4 of these things and put them in the same envelope, the same package, and it would still cost $9 mail. You could also order probably 20 of them, and we could put them in a small flat rate box, and it would also cost $9 mail. Now, the Postal Service, since we've been charging these prices, we haven't raised our prices or adjusted our pricing on our shipping for years. The Post Office has raised their prices a half a dozen times in that timeline, and just raised their pricing again. So we are probably undercharging on our shipping. But I go back in when I see this, and in fact, it has not given him a $5 refund because he didn't click the button. This is one of those U problems. I can't do shit about it on our end. It's an app. We can't access it. We can't control it. All I could do is kill his order and let him reorder. So I let it go. I pull his order up though, and in pulling up his order, he has left notes on his order. I only want a black card. Don't send me any other card. How come I'm seeing pictures of other color cards? Well, that's probably because we make other colors. We do black, OD green, coyote. We do red elastic on black. We do a full red card. Every now and then we do some full color camo cards in multicam where the whole thing's multicam. We also do a multicam black one. Those are things called clues. Why do you have this photo? And one of those clues is that when you went to order that thing, there's a drop-down menu in it and you pick your color. Okay, let's assume that maybe this guy has never used a website before. Possible, probably not the fact though. So we ship his order. He orders that night. We ship his order literally the next day. The next morning, his order goes. So I get this email today, this morning, and it starts off with, let's see if I can find this. And this is where I'd found that we'd had several interactions with the same guy. All he says is, I received it today, but as I mentioned in my order, how do I attach it to my Mossberg 590A? I have no other emails, so I don't know what mention he talked about or anything else. And I said, you go to Walmart, buy adhesive-backed Velcro from the craft section, wipe your gun down with an alcohol pad, then apply the Velcro. He said, oh, I thought this is it. I didn't know I have to buy another item from Walmart to make the product work. I am not used to that kind of service. The kind of service. You mean the kind of service where you order in the middle of the night and the company sends you your shit the next day? You mean that kind of service? Is that what we're talking about? I said, and so I replied to him. And I said, that kind of service. You mean the kind of service where we've been in business for 32 years and ship over 2,000 individual orders every week? The kind of service that literally ships thousands of these cards every month and has for near 2 decades? You have a gun. You bought that gun. You obviously feel that you might have to use that gun to defend yourself or your family. Now all of a sudden, and then you want to, now all of a sudden, and you have time to complain about a piece of Velcro. I'm not sure what you guys are seeing. I got this giant ass iPad here I'm trying to hold while I'm driving in the truck. I said, you're the same little bitch sending emails asking why you didn't get a $5 discount. Well, that's because you didn't click the button twice and share it on your social media. That's an automated app attached to our shopping cart software. You didn't complete it. Again, a you problem. Also, the same guy putting in notes that you want black and asking why you see other colors on the website. Well, that's because we make different colors. A clue should have been that when there are different color options in the drop-down menu and when you ordered it. With all the issues you are having with this, perhaps you should buy gear in person. I would recommend you stick to Walmart. Go have a better weekend and worry about some real shit in your life. But these are you problems. These are problems that only you are having. And I looked up, I was curious how many of these shotgun cards we had sold. Now, we've been making these shotgun cards for damn near 20 years now. I used to have side saddles on my guns, like on my Benellis and my 870s and stuff years ago, right? I had these side saddles. And it was this plastic piece that went on, and then this aluminum piece, and you had to put it through the receiver, and you couldn't just take your receiver down with these side saddles. I believe there was Allen keys and some other shit involved with them. And I always thought these things stick. I'm doing here, it's actually the other side, the ejection chamber's on the right side. They always stuck out far, and they kind of came loose, and then you had to use some fucking Loctite, and then you had to use a special Loctite that you could actually break and not break. Not a big deal to most guys, but it involved more shit, right? So I was just like, why can't we just put Velcro on there and stick them on? And of course, guys were like, well, Velcro won't stick. I'm like, what do you mean Velcro won't stick? The adhesive won't stick. Let's try it. And sometimes it did, sometimes it didn't. Well, let's wipe that down. And then the question back in the day was, well, the alcohol, it makes my receiver, kind of white. That's because it's removing the oils from the material, from the metal, right? We'll lube around that part if that's an issue. These are tools. We are dealing with guys that kill bad guys. We are dealing, back then, the mainstay of our customer was they would take a brand new gun, throw it on the fucking concrete, and spray paint that bitch. And guys would lose their shit over it. You always had the Rolex wearing, jeweled handle, custom 1911 guys. I loved that shit. It was beautiful. It was jewelry. When I couldn't afford any kind of jewelry, I didn't wear jewelry anyways. I didn't wear watches. I didn't have any of that shit, right? I had a K5 Blazer We never powder coated the bumpers because I couldn't afford to powder coat them. We would just kind of paint them, and every time we take them out, they'd chip anyways. I wasn't that guy, but I appreciated that stuff, that fine craftsmanship. I always looked at those ivory grips and stuff like that. So I understood it, but that wasn't our customer base. Our customer base was, we're gonna drag this shit through some mud. When we get back after killing these guys, we're gonna put this down on the concrete and we're gonna spray this off with a fucking hose, and then we're gonna spray some lubrication back on it. And that was the maintenance of the real fucking guns back then, right? So Velcro, we put Velcro on there. So I was curious how many of these fucking cards we've sold. That 72,000 is what's in the system right now, and that's one color, 72,000. We've had this website we had it before we moved into the building. We've been in the building now, what, 5 years in the new building? 6. And we had that website for 2 years probably before that, maybe. So let's say 8 years out of 32 years in business. I used to joke around and say we've been in business since before the internet. But one day somebody pointed out, like, you say that jokingly, but you really have been. What is this guy? There's a car off the road here that's not on a road, and he's in a weird place. We really have been around long before the internet. 72,000. Multiply 72,000 times $20. Look that number up for yourself. I was pretty impressed with that number. It's $1.4 million. I think that's what it was. $1.4 million in shotgun cards. One color of shotgun card over 8 years. Let's say 8 years, but it's $1 million. Everybody talks about, I had this $1 million idea. That really was $1 million idea. We've done over $1.5 million in one color of shotgun card. And this is how I come back to this is a you problem. $1.5 million in such a simple item sold. And we get a dude once a month that fucking has a problem with these things, right? And you're like, well, John, that's 52 guys a year. That is 52 guys a year. But it's 52 guys a year times 8 out of 72,000. So what's that percentage? That's not even 1% of the people. I can afford to wash away that 1% of those customers, or condition them, qualify them, and harden them up. While he might take issue with the things I said, he also might open his eyes in a couple days and goes, you know what, this guy was right. This is a card. This is a little bit of thing that I'm trying to put on a gun. I have bigger problems in the economy, the environment, the way things are today. What I believe is happening is you have a lot of guys coming on that are not our people. Both sides of that coin are concerned for their families. And while they're not our people, they still are our people in that we are all in the United States. And maybe we can win some of them over. Maybe we can help some of them. Or maybe we can just open some of their eyes that there really is some shit going on. And you guys that have been complaining and pissing and moaning about not getting your Amazon orders, or not getting an order on the complete other side of the United States in 3 days, that's kind of a miracle in itself nowadays. 3 days to the other side of the United States. Less than a year ago, guys were dying on horseback in desert to get a letter a couple states over. Our problems that we're pissing and moaning over, those aren't fucking problems. If you're focused on that, imagine how fucked up the rest of your life is over a shotgun card that we shipped you the next day and you got the second day. You ordered it around midnight. The next day it shipped and it was in your hand. So let's say he ordered it Monday, we shipped it Tuesday, he had it Wednesday. He's had this fucking card for days and he's just now complaining about it. It's the weekend. I'm sure you go to Walmart or Home Depot or wherever you go. You can buy this Velcro anywhere. Well, John, you should just provide that Velcro. We've never provided the Velcro. Maybe we should. I don't gain customers by doing it. I have to have a guy stand and cut it and put it in there. And then if it's cut a little bit off, we got to complain and we'll get more complaints over that. And then I got to put it in a bag. And we build shotgun cards every single day. And every single day, we're out of shotgun cards. We are constantly running shotgun cards. Well, John, you should just hire some extra people. Well, you should probably shut the fuck up and come on down here and you sit down and sew them and you can be the fucking shotgun card guy. We had a lady making nothing but shotgun cards. We were keeping 55-gallon drums of shotgun cards. We could probably shut down and just make shotgun cards. We could probably just do that. And then there'd be guys saying, well, John, you should make belts. John, you should make vests. John, we're doing what we can do, guys. We hire everybody we can hire. This is a you problem. Stop and think while you're complaining or about to complain or demand to see a manager someplace. The guy you're talking to, he can give you what you want. He could also keep you from having what you want. I've got another one here. This video is going kind of long here, so I'll just roll over and do a second video.